now in the Premier League. Lopetegi is in trouble. He's under immense pressure. He might be sacked, but let's see what
He will be sacked.
let's see what happens. What West Ham is going to decide because the results are not going well for West Ham. And today we have a whole lot of fixtures that into City are playing today. So we are going to talk about that. And in the La Liga yesterday, Barcelona won that game comfortably 5-1. So we are going to talk about that and talk about Real Madrid. They are playing today. Go. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin and I'm here with the guys and my A teams to talk about all this on the show. Good morning, Noso. How are you?
I'm not good though.
You don't get choice. You have to be good.
I'm not good.
Good morning, Good morning, John.
Yeah,
that was a disappointing.
Keep your assist to yourself.
That was a disappointing loss, man.
Good morning, sports fans. The hammers have been hammered, and it's like
back to back
rinse and
hammering.
repeat right now.
Okay, that game ended for Leicester City yesterday. Okay, let's talk about we'll talk about that quickly. But remember, guys, we are live on YouTube. Live now on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can drop your comments. I will be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, let's talk about I'll give you yesterday's result. They will talk about it today because today is West Ham 1, Ipswich 0, Crystal Palace 1. Good result for Crystal Palace. But let's talk about it quickly. Let's talk about Leicester game because Ruud van Nistelrooy, he's his first game in charge. In the weekend, he was sitting down there when they lost, but now he took over this team and gingered them.
Just like that, PN standing at the sideline to breathe life back into Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy looked like a player who was bereft of ideas in the previous matches. And in this game, look at Jamie Vardy backing himself and finishing off with a goal. With the scare of being offside, yet he went on to go and finish it. And, the ruling came out that he was onside thanks to Max Skillman. And Max Skillman in that game was at the center of conceding 2 goals in that match. 2 goals. And then secondly, the man that also has been backing here, that is the main man in defense, Mavropanos, they shouldn't be benching him. Blah, blah, blah. The guy started yesterday and no show up to, fulfill their potential.
You know where I'm happy? You said you called the person who get fault for 2 goals.
Yes.
And the one person that was top notch in that defense, you see, he's supposed to be on the bench. About taxes from now till tomorrow. West Ham had more of the ball. West Ham had more of the ball in the opposition.
What's the end point, though? That's the problem. It's not about having the ball. It's not about having the ball in attacking places.
It's everybody. Everybody has their players. The first goal came off Vardy, offside, Max Skillman. All of us know Max Skillman kept him onside. They sent a toe. Because when I saw that pass, I already shouted offside. Then after the review, we said it was onside. And we had a penalty not given.
It could have been 4.
We had a penalty not given.
That's one that counted and the one that was discredited. You find that when that ball was
they were playing the high line. They were playing the high line. When you play ball and they play against you when they sit deep. Yeah, the defender go they half feed now. The defender go they half feed. Now wait till we play the half feed.
Okay, let's
you
not
play
do
yourself half feed.
Play the half feed.
You didn't have anything to show for it.
And the best because even if you look at I keep saying if you look at the midfield combination, it wasn't good for me. Edson Fernandez, Edson Alvarez, Souček missed a chance. He missed a couple of chances.
Alvarez pairing at the DM position.
That was,
in 10 and Kudus on the wing.
Don't do that.
That was the pairing. Ola was played as a 10.
I've told you,
and Kudus on the wing. The same Kudus was shouting that Kudus was not available.
I've told you on multiple occasions. Don't look at the starting lineup or the players on the paper. When you look at paper, you misjudge the lineup. If you actually saw that game, you see that Kudus, what's it called now? Carlos Sola was deep in. that with tactics,
True
all these
that too,
players,
but look at it.
all
Look
these
at
players
it.
were not placed in their position, and I will not play a solar. I will talk again. I will not play a solar in
And guess
attacking
what?
midfield.
Guess what, Godwin? The guy who got the only goal for them was the same person I've been crying for the last 2-3 days that they should give a starting belt. Full crew got the only goal in the compensation goal that they refused to celebrate. You know that's how bad you know.
Of chances.
We have big free
Against
we
this
have
Leicester
big
now,
fishes
he
to
hit
fry
bar,
today.
he hit the woodwork.
Let's leave
No wahala.
small clubs. We have big fishes to fry today. There are big games today. So that game ended again.
Big fish.
We have big fish to fry today. That game, Leicester won that game 3-1. Good win for Van Nistelrooy. He won the first game in charge when he's back in the Premier League. So let's see what he's going to do with this Leicester team. Probably they will survive the Premier League and stay. I hope so, because I think he is a good manager and he's a fantastic man. Let's see what is before we move over to other games happening today. Okay, the other game that happened, a good win for Crystal Palace. Let's move over to YouTube. West Ham lost. Okay, let's move over to today's fixtures, because today's fixtures playing today. All the big boys are playing today. Today 8:30 is Southampton versus Chelsea, Manchester City versus Nottingham Forest, Liverpool, Newcastle versus Liverpool, Everton versus Wolves, Arsenal versus Manchester United. Then the final game for today is Aston Villa versus Brentford. Okay, let's start over with the other kickers before we end with Arsenal. Southampton is playing Chelsea. Chelsea are a team that they are in form. Maresca is building well. I think he's finding his combination, especially in the midfield. And probably in the striking position, he's finding. I think where he's having challenges is still in defense.
Yes.
He's still probably because of injuries.
Defense, fullback.
Yes, I think defense and fullback. I think because of injuries, he's still trying to find his right balance. But in the midfield, everybody knows is these three guys who play. Either Lavia, Caicedo, and in those midfield three in the attack.
Forgetting the guy they brought from Leicester City.
Leave the guy. This is the main four players that's going to be playing every game.
Hall is just one of those additions.
So, but if you look at Southampton, they have not actually done well. In our podcast we did, you can go and check it out on our channel. You are talking about that Southampton need to start picking points.
Yeah,
in the game they need to at all just collect 1 point anyhow.
Against Man City with that kind of performance, I was expecting them that, but when they played that match, Man City was on top form. Going to games with the mentality used in playing against Man City and try to see something out of this game. I'm not saying this because Chelsea is playing. I've lost. People come for me now. We've lost. West Ham has lost. If Chelsea lose, it's not going to be crying. You understand? But I think it's high time these people start getting, because you just came back from relegation and going back after just one season. It's not a good record. Okay. And again, for your favorite man, Aaron.
Ramsdale. Okay, John, before I ask you about Maresca, let's go to our YouTube and read one of comment about the matches that we have discussed already. Okay, Emmanuel Lewis is saying, good morning, guys. Why you have Emerson on the bench and you decided to play 2 right backs in the match? You have Paqueta and you are playing Sola. You have 3 prolific strikers and you one use them.
Funny enough, they played one big Saka on the left fullback position.
So probably they will sack this man. But let's move on.
Is they sure?
No, they will not. They will not sack him.
Let
him cook.
As a
Let him was being out of the job.
It doesn't matter if you are not doing well. They are Chelsea have been changing coaches, so they are winning. So it depends. But let's stay with Chelsea's game and Southampton. What do you think Maresca will be doing today? They need to. He keeps saying whatever they ask him in his press conference, he will tell them that Chelsea are not ready to challenge for the Premier League. That's what is the target this season. But Chelsea are for me. If I look at that table, I look at the way they are playing, they should be challenging for the league.
For you, right? Because you're not the one who is sitting on the hot seat. You're not the one who has to manage the expectations of the fans. You're not the one who has to manage the expectations of the board and the players, and then bring out the result for everyone. If you could walk in, a super padded house where there was no noise, and you can get a lot of work done as against you working in Otiba right now, or let's say working at Holy Ghost where there's the market there. Which one would you prefer? You prefer working in a safe space where there's no noise, where you can focus and do your job. And that's what this man is trying to do. He doesn't need the extra pressure of you are just 5 or 6 points behind Liverpool. He doesn't need the extra pressure of, oh, Man City are losing form. What are you doing? He doesn't need the questions of like, your squad is too fat. How can you minimize these people to get the result you wanted? He doesn't want the pressure of like, why aren't you pushing up the table? You are here. You say you want to win the Premier League, but you're third. He doesn't need all these extra questions. And so the man is just cutting his coat according to the expectation right now, which is, let's focus on top 4. This is a side that finished in 12th Avenue or 10th Avenue last season. Let's just do one solid. He's already done it. Now, mathematically proven in the next 2 months, he should have secured a top 4 place. Then you can now start looking and planning for next summer when you can't come and give them this answer next summer. You can't come and give Chelsea fans this answer next season.
So let him use,
let him use this season and secure and build. Yes, that's just the idea behind it.
Okay, let's get a prediction for that game with Southampton and Chelsea. Let me start with you, Nosu.
2-2.
2-2. Okay.
It's crazy how you come in and you say 2-2 for Southampton Chelsea. As if Chelsea haven't been blowing through all the opposition they've had in the last 5 games.
And you don't know where the stopgap.
The last 5 games.
The thing is, you don't know where the stopgap will be.
Okay.
Bottom line is, on Southampton's best day, they couldn't stop City. So why are they going to stop Chelsea?
So what is the operation for that game?
A 3-0 win, please. Chelsea fans, I hear you there.
Okay, let's talk about Manchester City versus Nottingham Forest. Manchester City needs to start winning games. They asked Pep Guardiola in his press conference. He said that probably he lost his cool when he did that. He wants his title when Liverpool fans were taunting him. But he's saying that they need to start winning. He needs to start winning. He needs to start picking 3 points. I think he cannot afford to lose this game. If he loses this game, it's going to be a disaster. Probably we'll start seeing Pep out. But I know it's not possible. City cannot sack Pep.
In this life,
it's not even possible. Just after all this, it's just 1 year that when you have small glitch, you want to sack him.
Especially after he's backed the club by signing a 2-year deal. Because if he wanted the easy way out, he could have left at the end of last season when this 116 charges came up. He went on to sign a 2-year deal to say that he's staying back, irrespective of what the outcome of that ruling is going to be like. And then for him to go and have an off 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then you want to now come and hear the fans chanting.
It's off 1 month.
Hearing the fans chanting,
it's
not happening. No 2 ways about it. Ain't gonna happen.
Okay, if you look at that game generally, what do you think will happen in that game? Nuno has actually built Southampton well, even though in the past couple of years they are not done well. But do you think that they are playing at Etihad, so they have the home fans behind them? Do you think that they can actually do something in this game?
I think it's about time this run ends, and the people who are there to end the run have been sitting on the bench in the last 2-3 weeks. So Pep, please play my man KDB.
Like, I don't understand why he keeps
play KDB for me. Play my back 4 for me, please. Play my midfield for me. Like, remove Nunes from that flank. I don't even want to see the guy. Just carry and go bench. Thank you. Play somebody that have sense and receive brain.
Play
in that
all
position.
these people you call. Who will be your holding midfielder?
Baba,
who will play defensive midfield?
Nunes can play in that position. Simple. He was signed for that position. I can't understand why he's playing him out on the flanks. When you have a Foden that can play in that position, and free up KDB to play behind Haaland.
He played as an LC.
And play Haaland. And it's not as if Doku is not back, because Doku came in as a sub in the last match. So play Doku on the right. If you need to rest somebody, then bring on Savinho to play on the right or on the left or behind Haaland. Simple, but start the main man.
My own is KDB should just start. Anyhow he wants to do it.
Start the main man.
KDB, I don't know, 20 minutes to go or 15 minutes when you introduce him, but if he's saying that he's building fitness, he doesn't want to rush him back, and he has a recurring injuries again, because he's always injured sometimes at this point from the season. So I think he's trying to manage him, but I don't see any reason why Pep Guardiola will keep a fully fit the brother on the bench for the past 3 games or 4 games. I don't think it's possible. But no, so let's talk about Nuno. Do you think that he can shock City? Because everybody has been shocking City. and it's their turn. It's my turn. I don't want to go
the
somewhere.
theme song right now is nothing they shock me again.
So, do you think that he can? Is his turn to shock Pep?
Well, it's nobody's turn to shock Pep. If you get the result, if you put up the performance, you get the results. That's just
Simple.
what I want. If you put up the performance, you get the result. The result is just secondary. The performance is binary. The performance is what you need to go in and put in. And I think if they played against the way they played against Liverpool when they at Anfield, they might put up that performance and get the result. Where you start with defensive players, and in the second half, you play a counter-attacking team. You get defend. Then maybe when that team that you played in the first half gets the goals by mistake in the first half, you know that this team is supposed to defend, but they got you a goal. Then they'll defend till the 60th minute. Then in the 60th minute, you bring in fast players and get more goals off them. It's going to be okay for them. But I feel like this game is just one of those games that, after the result against Feyenoord, we felt like Pep was coming back to the winning ways, and he went back to lose against Liverpool. This one would be a definite winner for Pep.
Okay, Pep should be winning this. Let's see what Pep, because he needs all the 3 points. He's losing games, but everywhere he's losing games. The only game we thought that he's going to win in the Champions League, he was 3 goals ahead, and suddenly Feyenoord scored 3 in the last 15 minutes to draw that game. He lost against Liverpool at the weekend, so he needs to just win this game. Anyhow, I don't know how he's going to do it.
Walker should be benched.
I don't know how he's going to do. Just pick up all the 3 points you need in that game.
The thing is, make you no go experiment another tactics.
Walker should be benched.
If
Louis should play in that position. Simple.
The thing is, even if you play Louis in that position, inexperience might get him. But I'm just saying, don't play players off position.
It's better you have an inexperienced right back than you have an experienced old man that is watching the ball and cannot react fast.
For me, sometimes I think that Pep is bored. He's just trying to change things. I think at some point when he won that Champions League, he was introducing a whole lot of things. If you look at what Pep has introduced in football in the past 10 years, you'll be shocked. He made this first 19 popular with Messi. He started playing Stone moving from a defense to a midfield to midfield. He started playing inverted. He has been doing an experiment and he has been working for him. So even if he does any experiment for me, I don't even question him. But let's see what will happen in today's game. They are going to be playing Nottingham Forest at the Etihad. So let's get your prediction for that game.
Win
For how many? What's the scoreline?
Win nonetheless.
You know what? They talk blowout. They get time to talk blowout. They go reach there, they go play 0-0. They just score one goal.
Win nonetheless.
Well, I'm seeing a 2-0 win or 2-1 win for City. I hope this guy comes back into the starting lineup. But
I hope it's 3 though.
He's been frozen out for a long time, Emmanuel Dennis. I also hope he comes back into the starting lineup.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. Okay, on our YouTube channel, Harris, I can see you. Welcome to the show. You say he must be an Arsenal fan. Okay, I don't know who is actually referring to, but Harris, welcome to the show. Okay, let's move on to the next game. But the next game is another big one. Is the league leaders are going to Newcastle. The league leaders are going to Newcastle to St. James's Park to take on Newcastle. Newcastle are a team that are off and on too this season. They win a game don't expect them to win, and they lose again, just like Spurs. I don't know what is wrong with them this season, but going to St. James's Park, they are allowed. That it's just like Anfield too. They are very loud in that stadium. But Liverpool's thoughts have actually done well this season. They have won. Basically, they have not just lost only one game in the Premier League, and they sit 9 points clear of Arsenal and Chelsea. But they are going to Newcastle. Newcastle. Do you think that Newcastle can put up a fight?
It's going to be tough. It's definitely going to be tough because you look at the Newcastle side. They've gone on up and down, go to Chelsea, lose, play against some other teams and lost. And they need to get a result because this is a team that is struggling to balance the sheets between playing the Continentals, playing the domestic cup games, and playing the league games. They still finding it difficult to balance how the schedule is. You know, when you're in a new space at some point, you want to be the star boy, but the environment is not allowing you to be that star boy. So I feel like Newcastle is struggling to balance everything in that regard, and they would want to put up the performance against Liverpool.
Come back
to the Continentals.
For me, in this encounter, it's going to be more of setting a precedent for Newcastle, in the sense that right now they are fighting for their way back into Europe. They went there, they were overwhelmed, and they are fighting their way back into Europe. And for you to even wake up and say you want to lift up your heads, like we say, and they were 4 horns or whatever, you have to be beating teams like Liverpool, because these are the teams you see in the Champions League. Go look over at the Champions League, look over at the table, look at the teams in the top 8 positions, and you need to be able to match these guys if you are going to meet them next season in the Champions League.
Who is going there next season?
Newcastle. And that's what I'm saying.
If the dream is
qualifying for Europe and playing in this type of competitions, you should be able to face teams like Liverpool and get a result. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Slaughter is doing well. Do you think that Slot can actually manage this game again? You know, the way he has managed teams, managed games this season is surprising. He doesn't go all out to just blow out teams. He wins 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. You know, these small score lines, but they are consistent in winning games.
You know, for me, Liverpool has been on a would I call it now, a series of brilliant performances from players.
They have played Real Madrid, played Real Madrid, played Manchester City,
yes,
and they didn't even concede a goal.
Series of brilliant performances from players and a couple team efforts. And going up against Newcastle is a no-brainer. They should be able to get 3 points. The question now is going to be, if those brilliant performers do not perform, that's why we have a problem in this encounter.
There is something one of my friends said, and I will quote him here. He said, if your tactic is not about tactics and analysis, if you're good in tactical analysis and you're good in analyzing the game, you always need your players to turn up. It's like you should be a leader. You get, as a coach, you be a leader. You have your tactical genius, you have your analytic geniuses. You put them together with the brilliance of players. It's not just one-sided. If you're just tactically brilliant and your players are lazy on the field, bro, your tactics go waste. Just like ETH. Then if you're not a if you're not good at man management and you have all the tactics in the world, you will just waste it on players who doesn't want to play for you. So I think he came into this Liverpool side with all the tactics that he knows and with the players that he respects, because if you look at the way
his greatest strength has been man management.
His greatest strength, yes. If you look at the way he managed the players, if you look at the way he communicates with the players, if you look at the way he answers press conference when they want to throw the players under the bus, you act with like when they asked him the last time about Salah, when Salah said something about not playing, this might be the last time he will be playing against Man City, and Salah said and what the man said in response to Salah was, I think he knows more about the charges at Man City than the contract, because you know that this guy has not signed a new contract.
Yes.
And you don't want to tell the club that you're not putting him on that contract. So he doesn't want to put the contract talk up because that's where they were wanting him to go to. And he said, okay, maybe it's about the charges at Man City. Maybe they might be playing in the Championship.
You deflect the question and you settle it where there's no spotlight. Simple.
You get, so it's just like that. And I think the way he has answered questions about each player on the side and the way he has come into the training to help Liverpool, I think he's just the right man to replace Klopp.
You know, the thing I like about football, once you are doing well, everybody is fantastic.
It's not about like we said, John wanted to credit only the player's performance, but you also have to credit the
no doubt on that. But the bottom line has to be that for the go back look at the last 5 games, players' performance standing out.
Because the coach tactics they work.
We saw the same thing at Real Madrid before the fall too. Players' performance carrying them through when I was calling them out or not.
Let me tell you the truth about
football. In games.
Football is about 50-50. The coach have to have brilliant, but you have to have a player to execute your plans very well. If not, you can imagine Pep going to Rangers International and taking him to play Real Madrid against Ancelotti.
We go win. Rangers will win because Rangers get the players. I remember the year Enyimba went to play against Inter Milan. I think that was the Club World Cup. Was it 2010 when they went to play against Inter Milan and they were trashed 10-0?
Okay, let's get a prediction for that game.
Well, we're seeing a Liverpool win. Or perhaps a draw.
John?
Same thing here.
Okay, Everton and Wolves are playing today. Let's get a prediction for that game before we move on to the big one. Everton and Wolves.
The Wolves are going to eat.
Okay.
I wish it were that easy, but Everton are going to win or draw this one.
Okay. The Wolves will eat them raw.
Okay, let's talk about let's get your prediction for Aston Villa versus Brentford.
That's a tough one, but I'm backing Aston Villa.
Emery, backing Emery
after 2 losses.
After 2 losses, yes.
Even if it's 3 losses, I still back him.
He's been dropping this season. I don't know if because of
the way I'm looking at.
That's what we're saying. Like, if you look at the Aston Villa side, if you look at the players they have there, you can't use these players week in, week out in 4 competitions and not expect a drop in form or not expect anybody to pick up a knock. It's crazy that to even expect that is not even natural. Because look at what happened. Same thing that happened to Newcastle too. So there has to be a consolidation on, like, look, we are going to focus on the Champions League and the Premier League, and then we are going to field our B side or C side for the cup competitions. But if that
You know-
decision is not being
you know that-
taken and you want to be strong in
see,
every match,
it's common
Baba,
sense. See,
it will come back to
it's
bite
common
you.
sense. You cannot win the Premier League. Definitely, maybe except by luck. Wait,
You
cannot
can't win the Premier League,
cannot
but
win
you
the
can
Champions
finish
League
top 4 to continue being in the Champions
Yes,
League.
but
That's
you
why
can
you
win FA Cup.
prioritize it.
and Carabao Cup.
Uh-huh.
So you need to put all of them
This
actually
is
in perspective.
conventional thinking.
Then you need to
This is
put-
conventional thinking, and managers like Emery will always go for unconventional thinking, which is
Champions League
yes,
football.
Champions League and the Premier
And the
League.
Premier League.
That's
But
that's
if
the
na me be
unconventional
Emery,
rules.
if na me be Emery, I go like make get sense small. Champions League and FA Cup. So in case I don't win the Champions League, I don't finish in the top 4. I win the FA Cup. I'm back to Continental.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the thing.
okay, let's get operation for that
But
game.
in this game now, Brentford is far ahead of them in the table with 1 point and 8 in the table. Why they are 12th?
How is that far ahead?
1 point plenty,
How is
guys.
that far ahead,
1
man?
point,
Come on.
one
Still
point
still
plenty.
ahead. I was hearing probably
Maybe
waiting to hear
6
10
or
points.
7
or
points or whatever.
But
no.
their operation
They
for
are
that game.
neighbors.
Me, I'm just saying it might be a draw in this one.
Draw, okay, draw.
It might
Villa win.
It might
Villa
just
all
be
the
a
way.
draw.
Okay, the biggest game for today is Arsenal versus Manchester United. In case you don't know, yesterday or day before yesterday, the FA Cup third round was they
Draw.
did the draw. And guess who is playing who? Arsenal is going to play Manchester United in that draw. That's
It's funny how
this
these
is
things
funny.
work out.
The truth is, there's going to be a father and son match in the FA Cup match as well. Ashley Young will be playing against his
So,
son.
so that game is going to happen in January. The FA Cup third round will happen in January. Arsenal and Manchester United will play each other in January again. But for today, the Premier League is the big test for Amorim. He's going to be facing a side that has challenged the title for the past 2 seasons. Is Arsenal. They are, it's funny because this is the season that they are not doing well, and this is the season that Manchester City
Opportunity, yeah.
is dropping a whole lot of form. But Amorim has been talking to his press. I think Euro is traveling with the squad. Euro is back from injury, but I don't know if he's going to start. But if you look at this game in general, what do you think will happen in this game? It's going to be probably a 50-50 game.
I don't think so. Because now I know we are going to have Bishop and some other guys calling and give their opinions on this one, but I think Arsenal are 2 clicks ahead of Manchester United
Really?
right now. Yes. And so it's going to be Arsenal not fumbling the ball and they could walk away with a win. That's my opinion.
So what do you think will happen in that game?
It's going to be tough though. It's going to be tough traveling to the Emirates Stadium to play against Arsenal. It's a big test for Amorim, but I think he would come up with a draw in this one. Come up with a draw, at least just for the revenge. You know, when they said when he went on to beat Pep in the Champions League, Arsenal came to avenge him and won against Sporting. Now he want to do it for Sporting, even though he's no longer at Sporting when Arsenal won that game. So I think he might just go into this game and play a draw.
You think the game, but if you look at Arteta, what Arteta is building, they have started picking form in the past 3-4 games now. You're picking form. They trashed West Ham 5 goals, scored 5 against West Ham. They have started scoring. Odegaard is back. Saka is back in form. Everybody is back in form. Rice is back. Partey had a knock, and Moreno had a knock in the past game, but Jorginho came in and did well. But I think both of them are back on today's game. But if you look at what Arteta has built, do you think that even though 9 points is big, they need Liverpool. They need to win their games, but also they need Liverpool to drop points, because if Liverpool keep winning their team, they are not going to win the league.
The bottom line is focus on your games and allow other people to the serendipity of giving you 1 or 2 points. That's the thing. So focus on your games, win your games, because that's the only one you have control over. And then you hope for serendipity along the way, which is something good fortune coming as a result of someone else's blunder. And that's like, but if you stress over what you can't control, you can't go forward. That's just the thing. So focus on the game. That's the one you can control, the inputs, and then let the output come as a result of you focusing on your input.
Okay, we know practically we know what Arsenal we're going to feel. We can imagine their starting 11, but what we don't know is who is going to start for Manchester United. But in your mind, who do you think will start? Because the first game, Rashford started as a lone striker. He scored a goal.
Yes.
Pylon started in the Europa League, scored 2. Now Zesi started with he's playing now 2. He played 2 strikers last weekend against Everton, and Zesi scored 2, Rashford scored 2. Who do you think we see? Who are you seeing starting this game?
There was a reason he said about everybody just after that question. Who do you think will start? Everybody who will start on Man U, we don't know, but it's going to be Højlund and Zesky in this one.
Højlund and
is what
Zesty.
I believe, because
Rashford on the bench.
I believe it. You won't want to play a counter-attacking football against Arsenal. He probably wants to play all of them in this game, match them in their own half. You get, or perhaps play a hold-up player, long balls, and all of that. And if you're playing like I keep saying,
It's going to be Højlund if he's playing long ball.
See, it's all about tactics. You do it in training. The tactics or the players you field in will determine what your players will play like. You get, if you're going to start a Højlund, it's going to be long balls to the middle, hold up play, and drop it off for somebody running in transition. So I'm seeing Rashford start, Højlund start, and Zesky.
Joe, who do you think you will start in?
Garnacho will come in
For me,
I
think it's going to be Rashford and Zesky. Yet again.
Rashford and Zesky.
Yeah, yet again.
Okay, let's get your prediction for that game. Who do you think will win that game? And you have to give me scoreline this time. I don't want to win or draw.
Arsenal win or draw.
A silent moment.
I don't want to win or draw for anybody.
Arsenal win or
1-1
draw. Simple.
I'm not saying a win for Arsenal. I'm not saying a win for Man United. It's a 1-1 draw. Go there, get a point, and settle in at that, and come back home.
Okay, let's move on to our YouTube channel and read some of our comments on our YouTube. Emmanuel Lo is saying Arsenal and Liverpool to drop points, Man City and Chelsea to pick maximum points. This one is enough. But okay, Emmanuel Lo is also saying Arsenal will underestimate United and it will cost them. Okay, Tima, welcome to the show. Tima is saying draw, and he's also saying that Diallo is a starter. Yes, Diallo. Everybody know that Amad Diallo is a starter. Nobody is actually going to challenge him for that particular position. That one is apart from him and Fernandes. They are sure starters now for
this game. I'm saying Ogati Casemiro in midfield.
Yeah, Ogati Casemiro. You have to understand.
That's where the draw comes in. It's not maybe. It's the two of them starting. That's where the draw comes in, because they will have to defend more and attack less and prevent Arsenal from scoring goals.
Okay, let's see what happens to that game. That game is happening today. Okay, we have ABC champ. Okay, welcome to the show. He say, okay, Liverpool will win Newcastle. Okay, Liverpool will win Newcastle. Okay, welcome to the show. ABZ champs. Okay, welcome to the show. We do this every day, guys. Monday to Saturday, we discuss sports here, especially the Premier League. We give our own prediction. We analyze what happens in those games. Okay, if you look at that game, Arsenal is going to play Manchester United at 9:15 Nigerian time. That game is going to be massive. It's Amorim versus Arteta, or Arteta versus Amorim. Two young coaches going to face each other. We'll see who gets all the 3 points. If Arsenal drops points, that means this league is bye-bye for them.
Bye-bye for them.
They need all the 3 points, because they are going to be hoping that Newcastle do them a favor and probably take at least 2 points away from Liverpool, and if they win, they cut that gap to 7 points. But let's see what happens in today's game. Okay, now you can call us and tell us your own prediction for today's game. And I know my phone has been ringing since we started this show. Call us and tell us what you think will happen, especially this Arsenal and Manchester United game. Number to call is 0706 048 5853. 0706 048 5853. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, guys.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Name and location, please. Oh, Pedro, what is your own contribution?
Yes, now, so after now.
Pedro. Now revenge. You know, say now we make them sack Ten Hag now. Now we make them that I will beat Man U. They can't sack Ten Hag. They just come back, can't do payback.
For London, they go support West Ham. Anybody never say anything. That coach, that you know they go anywhere. They go stay there.
They go sack him.
They go anywhere. Talking about today's match,
Yes.
I never ever support mine for my life, but today I was support mine to win that match.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
To support my club Chelsea, but my prediction is 2-1 for Man U, 1-1 draw.
Okay.
And for Man City, their ways will continue. Let them remember that Nottingham Forest was the only team that beat
Liverpool. Yes.
Yes. So my prediction is 2-1 in favor of Nottingham Forest.
Okay.
And for my club Chelsea will win Southampton by 3-0.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
And I think John Toko, you know, God supports John to win Nottingham Forest.
Let's move out to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube, Tima is saying United defense is not strong. Arsenal 5, Manchester United 0.
Wow.
This guy is dreaming.
This is a huge prediction.
Like,
5-0, like, it's possible.
It's possible.
Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. No, so
Good
morning,
morning.
Godwin.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Money.
It's Bishop
Okay,
from Transition.
quickly, Bishop, what's your own contribution?
It's going to be a long 90 minutes. Yeah, that is the truth and fact. It's going to be a long 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But even those who are not going to play, we are missing our defender. He's not going to play.
Yes, yeah.
Alejandro is not playing.
Martinez is
Menu
not playing.
not playing.
Maguire will
I
play.
don't know. But I think Arsenal has the upper hand. Yeah, you can't compare the two currently. The two teams currently. Arsenal has the upper hand to win. But is there anything Man you can do to win? I think if they want to get 1 point from that match, I think they should sit back and hit on a counter. They can't go toe-to-toe with Arsenal. It's not possible.
Okay.
Arsenal will beat outplay them. So Arsenal is going to outplay Man U tonight. Just count it 1. They are going to outplay Man U. They won't miss Man U today. I think, I don't know what Amorim is. You know, we don't have first 11 now. I understand what John and Donso is trying to say. We don't know who to start. That is the truth. We don't know. These guys you are mentioning, none of them may not even start. We don't even know what we expect. Understand? So, but I think whatever you want to do for him to get 1 point, but 1 point is even okay for Man U now as we stand.
Okay.
If they can get 1 point away from Emirates, it's a good result for them, considering where they are now and where they are coming from. They can't match us now if they want to play. You can't advise them to go to Godwin. How? You can't advise them to do that. For me, if the coach will listen to me, sit back, play Ugarte and Casemiro, let them attack more. The major work should be how are we going to stop them from scoring us.
Okay.
Let us use Rashford with his pace and maybe Højlund, okay, to know if you can get 1 goal. Maybe you can run away with 3 points or we can get a 0-0 draw. Thanks, man.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, and it's not, he doesn't want to put his hope very high. He just want to take it small. You know, if he gets 1 point, I know in his mind, he wants all the 3 points. He wants all the 3 points, you know. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
I'm happy New Month.
Happy New Month. Happy New Month to you too. Okay, Chigozie, what is your own prediction for today's game?
No, so you said that Arsenal will beat Man U 5-0.
No, it's not.
It's
no,
not me.
It's not you. It's
Me,
it's from. No, it's from
me that I don't like any London club.
No way. Arsenal will beat Man U 5. It's not possible.
Thank you.
If you like, make Man U have coach or not. Or wait, make Man U not go get goalkeeper. Arsenal can never beat Man U 5.
Okay.
It's not possible.
Not
possible. And for today's match, I want the match to end either win for Arsenal or win for Man U. I don't want the match to end in a draw.
Okay.
Because if you end the draw, Chelsea will have the upper hand.
Okay.
So if Man U win, I'll be happy. If Arsenal win, I'll be happy too.
All right.
There will be opportunity Chelsea. I don't want Chelsea to get any other points ahead of Arsenal. So I want the Arsenal to be pushing Chelsea back.
All right.
So either win for Arsenal or win for Man U.
All right.
The match end in the draw.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you for that contribution. Thank you. My phone has been okay. Let's move out to our YouTube and take our comments again. Okay, Uchenna, I can see you. Welcome to the show. He's saying, good morning, my good people in the studio. As for Arsenal and Man United go collect waiting no good. Okay, Uchenna. Okay, I think you are Arsenal for, but let's see what happens. You can also subscribe. We do this every day, Monday to Saturday here, 8 a.m. we are live. Okay, you can drop your comments. Okay, let's take another call. Hello, good morning. Yeah, good morning. Name and location, please.
Yes, you are speaking with the son of Chelsea, Jolinya from Benue State.
Welcome.
Okay, welcome. What's your own contribution?
In fact, today's match is going to be a tough one. And there's a thing that when 2 elephants meet, it's only the grasses that we suffer.
Okay.
That's exactly what is going to happen. But like the name implies, I don't want Man U. I want Arsenal. Despite Chelsea, but I wish them to win. We are also going to win our match, so I don't have any problem. But for Man U to win, I wish them bad luck. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
He went straight to the point. He doesn't even want stories.
Live and direct.
Bad belly for Man U.
Bad belly for Man U.
Plenty.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Name and location, please.
Only one line they operate.
Yes, okay, we have a glue line. Okay, I'll call that glue line. Yeah.
This is
I call her. It's one. Then I will let me all the time.
plenty people they call now.
John Abi Donso. Next year, we will create the cup where they fight. Go carry next year. Because here you see you play half feet. So I know that West Ham will carry the cup because they play half feet and lost 3-1. So I don't understand how they do more. Half feet, and they lost 3-1. Look at the waiting Leicester City do West Ham. Leicester City. We have no coach. I beg you, in sake of your life, come up for that club because I like your life. I like your life. Not there.
Okay, what's the pressure for today's game?
But you know, not only me don't win trophy in recent years.
Man U, Arsenal. I would like to that match will be cholesterol.
Okay.
Cholesterol, and the Chelsea win their match, but at least 2 goals.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right. Thank you very much.
Man.
Okay, you want
Thank
to
you.
predict Man City.
Thank
I think
you.
Man City predict Man City to win too. Okay, let's take one more call before we move out to La Liga because Barcelona trashed their opponent yesterday. And your man call an assist. If you see that assist, you need to go and watch that assist. If you have not seen that assist, go and watch it now. That assist was fantastic. Oh, that boy can play. Oh, he's 17. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
This is Vital Southampton, Vital Fixtures.
Okay, what is your own contribution?
You see today match.
Yes.
The match will be full of surprise.
Okay.
What people expecting will not be. It will not be so. You see this Chelsea Southampton match today. It will be a lot of surprise. I will assure you that game will be Southampton to win or draw. And Man U Arsenal is going to win Arsenal 2-1.
Oh, okay.
Wolverhampton and Everton. Wolves is going to win Everton.
Wolves, okay. What about Man City and Nottingham Forest?
That game will be 1-1 draw.
Okay, the 1-1 draw. All right, thank you very much for your contribution. Okay, let's move out to La Liga. If I keep taking calls, we're not going to end this show today. But let's take one final call, one more call. Then we'll move out to the La Liga and we'll talk about Barcelona. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Not so good morning, John. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Engineer Additional from Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah, correct.
What is your contribution?
See all these Chelsea fans. Let them go and plan anything with them like. For us this night, we were treat Man U like a small boy. I told you since yesterday, you don't need to fear about no coach or no coach. The team has come back, and all the Arsenal team has complete now.
Okay.
So it's for us to just beat them and collect our 3 points. Just 2-0. Just let us dash them 2-0 and leave them. Let them go. Until we see in second leg. Here understand me. So all these Chelsea fans who are thinking the Man U will beat Arsenal. They think it can't come to true.
Okay.
I just said that thing can't come to true. Like it can't be.
Okay.
So my dear, also all that plan for you, say draw. I know that 550 they pay you, but don't worry, manage yourself like that. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
This night you will see what will happen. Don't ask for life.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, let's move out to the La Liga. La Liga happened yesterday. Let's talk about the La Liga because Real Madrid are playing today away from Atletico Bilbao. Can we take one more call?
Let's stick with the La Liga.
I'll stick with John. John said yes. Okay. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Yes.
I know why I said let's not take this call.
Okay. What is your?
Yes, I don't want to say more. But what I'm trying to tell you is that you see Liverpool today, they will lose match.
Okay.
You see Arsenal today, they will lose match. You see Man City today, they will lose match. Man U and Chelsea.
Is it Chelsea today they will lose match too?
Papa don't tell me.
Okay, Papa don't tell you.
Papa don't tell me yes.
Okay.
It's what the Papa told me.
Okay.
He said I should tell you now. Liverpool, Man City, and
Arsenal.
lose match today. Thank you very much. You wasted some
Okay, let's go out to La Liga. La Liga happened yesterday, and that game ended 5-1 in favor of Barcelona. Barcelona scored in the 12th minute, but Torres scored in the 12th minute, and they equalized from 74 minutes. They started scoring. Rafinha scored a penalty. De Jong came in and scored. And if you look at the way these boys have been playing, they are probably back in form. They won that game 5-1 against Mallorca. You will not call Mallorca a big team, but actually they won that game comfortably.
Yeah, you know.
Mallorca
I won't say comfortably, but I started scoring about 15 minutes
It's a
to go.
comfortable win. All the same, it's 5-1. It's a blowout. It's a drubbing. It's a decimation.
Now this kind of thing, now waiting that they look for this kind of match. This kind of match now I just substitute bench now win the match because as Frankie de Jong come, as they do sub, they start to win match. First 45 minutes they were on everybody's toe. You come at us, we come at you. We match.
For all this stuff. Yesterday, your prediction was a draw, and it was
they played the way I wanted them to play. They put up the performance of the first 60 minutes of the game.
What happens in the remaining 30 minutes?
The last 30 minutes of the game, now substitute bench. It's just what you say, squad depth. When you have quality squad depth, you know that the America side does not have it. Because after the first two sub, when Frankie de Jong came in, he got a goal and an assist.
Yes.
Frankie de Jong got a goal and an assist. The substitute bench that came into that game were top notch. They couldn't handle them. It's just one of those things you say. I feel like the first 5 minutes, Mallorca went on to play a good football. They did well. They matched Barcelona blow for blow. They went on to miss a couple of chances. And trust me, if they've scored those, I know Barcelona missed a couple of chances themselves, but if Mallorca has scored the first 2 chances they got in the second minute and in the 7th minute, this game wouldn't have been the same.
Okay,
but they went on to play this game. They went on to do what they did in the first 60 minutes of the game. They conceded in the second half, I think in the 56 minutes, and they fought to get an equalizer, so it could end in 2-2. But it didn't work out. And after that, it just became a rampage of goals.
It felt like a house of cards.
You know that 56. I think in the 56 minutes assist from Enyimba was one of those beautiful passes. What's it called? The
outside boots. Yes.
The outside boot. He get name. Maybe outside boot.
It's outside boots.
No, he get name. Rabioli pass. You know, with that Rabioli pass, it was just nobody could stop it, and it was a tapping from what's it called? Rafinha. Good game, good goal for him. But I believe that penalty was not deserved.
Okay, John, let's talk about that game. Ended 5-1, so they are back in winning ways after losing a couple of games. Barcelona. Now let's talk about Real Madrid. They are playing today. If they need to keep winning their game, because if they win today and win their game in hand against Valencia, they will going to top the league. Now they are playing away to Bilbao Atletico Club. What do you think will happen in that game today?
It's going to be a tough one, and Real Madrid are going to have to muscle it through, because there's not going to be a walkthrough for Real Madrid. Atletico Bilbao have what it takes to neutralize Real Madrid in this game, and I'm seeing them going ahead to do that. So it may as well be a draw or a narrow win for Madrid. Simple.
Narrow win for Madrid. Okay, let's see what happens in that game. Okay, I'll move over to other games that happened yesterday, especially in German Cup, because the big game that happened yesterday is Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen. That game ended 1-0 in favor of Bayer Leverkusen. And Neuer got a red card in the 17 minutes after he committed a foul. Then he was sent off. They played that almost 18 minutes with 10 men, and they had more possession. They played well, but Bayer Leverkusen scored a goal to win that game 1-1. So they progressed, and Bayern Munich is out. So one less score for Harry Kane. So Harry Kane should go and be praying, maybe they no drop form for the Bundesliga, so that you have something to boost after because he's a good striker. He has won a whole lot. If he's not winning trophies, I don't know what you are doing in football. So they are out of the German Cup. So let's see what they are going to do. They are going to move back in the weekend to play in the Bundesliga. Let's see if they are going to keep winning in the Bundesliga. Okay, let's talk about the final. Let's talk about the game that happened yesterday in Nigeria. Npfl is Rangers International enyimba. That game ended 0-0 at the enyimba Township Stadium. You know, everybody was. I wasn't expecting a whole lot of goals, but it was 0-0. At one point, one point for Rangers though.
As expected, because that's what the result has always been. You go there, you lose or you draw. But we expected a draw because we wanted a fight. You get now they still remain 6 on the table, or perhaps now you Rangers with 1 point has moved close to the top of the table, but they have games at hand. You get I just feel like this game could have gone either ways. Rangers enyimba scored a goal and it was ruled out for offside. You get, but the man of the match performance, I think the man of the match in the total 90 minutes was a Rangers player who told you they went there and dominated. They went there to play good football. It's not about going there to defend and see if you can just escape with the goal. They went there, they played good football. They went on to challenge for the win. They didn't get the win. They got a goal, and they got a goal ruled out against them, which was good for Enugu Rangers. But the man of the match performance for me, when it came down to when they are coming back home with the man of the match award, you know that yes, they did put up a fight.
Okay, now Rangers International are still stay fourth on the table with 24 points. Rivers United, if you look at the table, Rivers United have 29 points. They stay first. Remo Staff at 26 points. Ikorodu City has 24 points. Rangers International has 24 points after 15 games. Enyimba has 2 games in hand. They are 6th and they have 21 points. Okay, let's give you a few results in the Coppa Italia that happened yesterday. Bologna winning Monza 4-2, and AC Milan trashing Sassuolo 6 goals.
Chukwueze is scoring 2.
And Chukwueze, that's why I want to mention Chukwueze is scoring 2 in that game. So winning that game, a good game for AC Milan and good game for Chukwueze. Let's see if they are going to win, progress and win.
Let's see if he stays fit.
And win that cup. Probably they are not going to win their Serie A, but I think they have a chance to win this cup. Okay, this is how we are going to end in today's show. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining us, people. All your calls, I can't take all your calls. Sorry, I can't take your calls. If we start taking calls, we'll not go here. We'll stay here till 9 o'clock or till 10 o'clock. So we are going to end the station tomorrow. We have a chance to call us in because all these games we predicted or we talked about today is happening today, especially that game against Arsenal and Manchester United. Is going to be a big match. Everybody will sit down and watch that. Then me, I'll go and eat early and sit down and watch that. I don't want stories and watch that game. I hope it gives us a whole lot of goals.
You know, talking about eating early. Our dear friend Manchester United, please eat early before you go and see this game because it gets why.
Okay, let's see what happens on today's game and all the games that happen in EPL. Let's hope they give us a whole lot of goals for us to enjoy. Okay, happy New Month, guys, and this is Christmas. Christmas is coming, so let's celebrate life, celebrate. Joining us, thank you. I think maybe last week of the year we'll do appreciation week where we thank all our fans. No, we do a whole lot of things in last week. I'll wear my Santa hat. Throughout the last week. In fact, next week
there will be no show that day.
I'll start wearing it from tomorrow. So join us on YouTube at Both FM Sports. You see me, all of us will be wearing our Santa. Maybe I'll wear my Santa
uniform.
Okay, let me leave that one. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful day.
Governor has sent us
This is your radio. Gospel. And let them have dominion.